Good morning, everyone. I have a special guest on the stream today. My cat. Fuck, one sec. Didn't realize my own stream was playing volume on in the background, so that is what distracted me. But yes, my cat Ellie decided to show herself today. I'm gonna have to let her out later because she's gonna panic when she realizes the dog is in the room with her. But yeah, how's everyone? I know this is not our normal streaming day. Well, I say normal. This is like the first time. This is week 2, and we're already off schedule. Um, Basically, I had. So, Sunday, um, our power went out for 13 hours in the middle of winter. Um, so, I had lots of plans to get things done, and I didn't feel like doing it because I was fucking cold, and I knew I was coming home to a cold house. So I didn't really want to go out or do anything, so I didn't. And then basically it came on at like 4:35, and I felt like shit all day, so I didn't do anything. So I had to put everything off till Monday, which is our normal streaming day. So I have to delay Monday. Now, tomorrow is Wednesday. Normally, Wednesday's a streaming day. And I booked my booster. That was the best day. That was the first day they had for the booster. So, sorry, guys. Booster's more important than stream. So, so I'm putting off tomorrow as well. We will be streaming Thursday instead of tomorrow. And then Friday, I am taking my roommate back to school. Does it look like she's having fun? Jesus Christ. Anyway, um, Friday I'm taking my roommate back to university, so I won't be able to stream Friday either. I'll be streaming Saturday. So basically, every single stream this week is a day behind. But after this week, we will go back to normal Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. Just life getting in the way. I think I need my first sip of coffee for the morning. What do you guys think? All right. So, where did we leave off? We left off winning the first round in Game 7, mind you, against the Montreal Canadiens. And now we're going up against our arch enemy, the Boston Bruins. Now, may I remind y'all that the Bruins have been our kryptonite. So again, we're in year 3, and we're in year 3, and all 3 seasons we've played them in the playoffs. This will be the first time we played them in the second round. We played them in the first round the last 2 years, lost to them both times. Has not been fun. So I'm hoping this time is different. Okay, in terms of injuries, we still have Letang out. We still have Lucas Raymond out. How long are they out for, though? Because we're on April 30th. May 17th and May 5th. So at least Letang will probably be back. He should be back. Yeah, he'll be back by Game 4. But Raymond's not coming back for this series. Okay? Unfortunate. But that's the way it be. So, now, we're going to simulate Game 1. Let's go. And we immediately score. Denisenko being a Chad, getting the puck in early. I should really drink away from the mic. I'm sorry. Okay. So 1-0 is a good start at least, but they are dominating us in the shot column, which is, by the way, a repeat of last year. Last year was the same fucking thing. Denisenko again. What a Chad. Patrice Bergeron's still playing? Well, I guess he's not that old. I'll check how old he is in between games, but this is 3 years later, so he's got to be like 38. At least we're... Shit. I was going to say, at least we're catching up on the shot side. But they have still tied it up, so... Now we're really catching up on the shot side. Jesus. Come on, guys. Put one in. Don't send it to overtime. There we go. Anze Kopitar. Like a Chad. And that's game one. Hell yes. Okay. Ended up getting way more shots against 14-4 in that last frame. Crazy. Alright. That's fucking awesome, though. Good first win. And Spencer Knight is actually holding up very well. I will say that. So that was awesome. Good to see. Just going to move Monahan up. Or should I move... No. We'll move Monahan up. Okay. Let's go with game 2, baby. Game 2, come on. McKinnon. The absolute Giga Chad himself, Nate McKinnon. So happy that we got him. Can't believe we got him, to be quite honest. We probably don't deserve him, but we got him. Someone asked me last stream, like, how did you get Nate McKinnon? And I went off in this long explanation, but, like, realistically, it's just the fact that Florida doesn't have, like, Florida has a shitload of money. That's literally it. You know, a Florida franchise is not the same as like a Leafs franchise or anything like that, where you're scraping for cash. It's not really that difficult for Florida to get money and to have cap space. But this was another great win, 2-0. Or sorry, 3-0. 2-0 in games, though. So, now, for the first 2 games, I wanted to sim. For the next few games, I actually want to just watch. Because I'm curious to see how this goes. I like the reverse retro shit, though. Yeah, Bergeron can't be that old. He's 86 overall. Maybe it'll tell me here. Oh, Jesus, okay. They do. They basically have all their same superstar players 3 years later. They haven't really changed much. The only thing I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of the same. The only thing I've done is add. 1 sec. She got down, which means I need to let her out. Okay. So let's see how this game goes. I don't know, man. I think we got a special team this year. I really do. I had to change McKinnon's number. See, McKinnon as 31 is triggering the fuck out of me. Who would have number 29 now? Like, I don't think anyone should have number 29. Man, I will say I am a little bit sad that I have not been like up to date on hockey stuff lately. Like I haven't been listening to my podcasts I usually listen to. I haven't been watching the games. I've been watching the highlights, but I haven't even catching up on LFR for God's sake. You know, and that's something that like I'm working on. Because yeah, like I want to be more up to date, but I think it's just because my roommate is here rather, and we're hanging out all the time. But once she goes back to university, I think that it will go back to just being me, and therefore a lot more hockey, a lot more YouTube watching in general, because like my watch later playlist is insane. Like it's just, I think it averages around 110, 120 videos. There we go. Anton Lundell, opening goal. That's only his second goal this year in the playoffs. It's a bit sad. I would expect a lot more out of him. But that is definitely huge. But yeah, no, my watch later stays at like 110, 120. But like if she wasn't here, it's all I'd be watching, right? So that would give me like 3 or 4 more hours a day that I can just binge all the YouTube content I want. So that would be I'll definitely be able to catch up on the podcasts and from the SDPN. Absolutely love those guys. Absolutely love those guys. If you're a hockey fan and you're not listening to SDPN, you're making a mistake. I mean, almost every show, basically. Like, the only show I would say is very niche is like the Game Over series. Like that's more for Montreal Canadiens fans than anything. But I mean, let's be honest, y'all need a companion right now. But no, the Steve Dangle podcast is fucking fantastic. I've been a listener since like 2015, 2014. So, big fan of them. And, outside of that, the Chris Johnson Show, a great, informative podcast. And Agent Provocateur is fantastic. The amount of like high profile guests they get on that show is actually mind boggling to me. So yeah, can't recommend those shows enough. Definitely recommend them. Oh boy, big fight now. Who did he hit though? Is it someone that we can take advantage of? I can't see his number. There's a 5 in it. I don't know any of the 5s. And like, judging by the players that are out right now, I don't think it's that big of a deal, unfortunately. Who is it? Ah, fuck. Thomas Harley, though, held his own like a Chad. Curtis Hall. I've never heard of Curtis Hall. Wait, the fourth line has Marchand, Bergeron, and Kapanen? Did we injure like 2 of their players? Why the fuck is Marchand and Bergeron on their fourth line? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Give me a second. Let's take a look at this. Oh, right. I'm not controlling the team. Shit. So because of that, I can't even review their lines. That's so depressing. I still hate Barkov's superstar ability. I feel like it's so unuseful. Like, hey, do you want him to be really good at a niche thing that, like, never happens? Like Linus Ullmark, who was, like, did I say Olmark? Linus Olmark is the goalie for the Bruins right now. Linus Olmark. I'm probably dating myself with that reference, but that motherfucker came out with like 3 or 4 of the greatest shootout goals we've ever seen, and was really below average in every other aspect. And that's why he didn't last. I remember, man, like, that was like when Edmonton was, the same dog shit, but not living up to expectations. Hey, speaking of which, there's Taylor Hall. But, like, the only difference between, like, 2010, 2011 Edmonton and this Edmonton is that McDavid is clearly a step above Taylor Hall, a step above Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a step above Nail Yakupov. Like, all these guys. Like, but early on, we didn't know that, right? In those eras, in those years, we didn't know that. We just knew that they had a lot of potential and they were going to be good because they had Hall, because they had Nuge, because they had all these good young players. And one of them was Linus Olmark. Magnus Pjarvi was another one. These guys that just never panned out for them, but they had hype. It's like, oh, don't worry, you guys, Edmonton's going to be good. They got Hall, they got Pjarvi, they got Eberle, they got fucking Nugent Hopkins, they got fucking Linus Olmark, like all these players, and they just all, well, Eberle and Hall turned out to be great players, but not on Edmonton, like. And obviously, like, you can't be like, oh, well, Edmonton fucked it up. It's like, yeah, but they got Connor McDavid. They got the best player of our generation, So you can't fully be like, well, they wasted it. It's like, they got the best player of our generation. So I think they're very happy with sucking for 5 years after getting Taylor Hall. But the part that bothers me is, like, they still had Eberle. They still had Hall. And they had McDavid. Like, I don't know if they ever could have made it work with the cap. Like, I don't think they really ever could have made it work with the cap. But, like, you could have tried. I'd love to, like, go back, because I have NHL 16 for PS4. Or is it 16 or 17? I think it was 17. I want to go back to, like, NHL 17. And, yeah, because I don't have 15 or 16 on next gen. I have 15 and Legacy Edition on PS3. Would that be something you guys are interested in down the line? Let me know in the comments of the YouTube video or in the Twitch chat if you're here. Would retro franchise modes, so I'm talking NHL 08. I have every NHL game from NHL 08 till 22. So, all on PS3. So 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, how many? I mean, listen, I'm just going to start counting. But, like, the only difference is that the only break I have is I got them on Xbox for 3 years. 18, 19, and 20 are all on Xbox because my buddy had an Xbox, but we never ended up playing, so I just said, fuck them, I'm buying it on PS4. And now I have PS5, so I bought it on PS5, and I don't have a Series X, but I'd be very interested in doing, like, going back, and doing, like, Leafs in the first year of Matthews' career. Or the first year of Marner's career. you know? And then, like, going back and doing, like, not even just doing Toronto in, like, 2007, you know, because of '08, right? I could totally do that shit. And we can have, like, obviously now, I wouldn't do that for a little while. Like, I think we would do regular franchise modes for a while, and then, you know, we'll do retro franchise mode, and, you know, try to, oh my god, I can't believe they stopped that. Just try to see what we can do. Because, like, those old franchise modes, man, they were so much different. They were so much different. I mean, between the phone system and the way that, like, um, just the way that everything worked was, like, a lot less complicated, but still a bit more in the same time. Like, you didn't have to worry about, you couldn't sign players until re-signing. That, I think, is my favorite. Well, there's many moves, many changes they made over the years that I really like. I love the ability to sign extensions. I love the ability for the trade deadline. I think that's fantastic. Those are recent changes that I really like. They didn't have those back in the day. So, like, you could not re-sign a player until their contract was done. And then you couldn't, like, the trade deadline was just a day and you could sim past it. You know, like, those days, very, very different. So I don't know if it's more complicated or less complicated, but it was definitely fun back in the day too. The phone system is what really, it's all about GM reputation back then. So what they would do is they would basically have a GM rep. So what that would mean is the more every move you make gives you a certain reputation. And your reputation can go up and down. It's just a number. So if it's negative, people hate you, and if it's positive, people like you. So the thing is that the higher reputation you had, the more calls you would get for trades. So a trade deadline, actually, I think the trade deadline did end up being an event for a while because they had the phones. Right, they had the phones. So there would be 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and every hour you would have a phone. But how high your GM rep was determined how many phones you had. But with that phone, you only had one chance. So one team would be calling, hey, here's an offer for you, right? And if you didn't like that offer, you wouldn't have an option to get any more. It's just this team is offering you this and that's that. You can decline them and then you can make your own call and try to make your own trade. But if that trade fails, you lose out. And in turn, if you accept the offer from the one phone call that you get, then you can't make another move that hour. So it was this weird setup, but I think you could have up to 4 or 5 phones. So those 4 or 5 phones, you could make a lot more moves, and in general, it was weird. Damn it! In general, it was weird the way it was set up because I believe, like, the first hour, like, you wouldn't get many calls in the first few hours. You would only get them near the end. So it gave you this incentive to wait, but at the same time, if you waited, you were kind of stuck. So, yeah, it's kind of all over the place. But in general, I think the biggest flop... Oh, what a terrible goal. I can't believe that went in. The biggest flop with that system is the biggest flop with the old franchise mode in general is pre-planning. You would have to plan things out so much more because you literally didn't have the option to re-sign players. So I don't even know if... No, I think they did give you a contract system still. So you would still see, like, okay, you have this much money in the upcoming off season, so you would have to like know, all right, I'm not gonna be able to re-sign this guy no matter what I try. But like, you can't even try, is the thing, right? So like, with the extension system right now, I can at least attempt. I could try. I can re-sign a player, the season before. And I have the whole year to get him to agree to a contract. So I can try at different times throughout the year. You've seen me do it on the throughout the streams. But with that one, you had 1 6-day chance. And that was that. And if they, for some reason, had to stick up their ass and were like, no, I don't want to sign here, you were fucked. So it was just such a crazy, like, the old franchise modes were just insane. I can't believe he just sniped. I can't believe Anton Strawman at like 38 years old just sniped on us. So yeah, it was such a weird dynamic. But I would love to go back and like at some point, maybe a few franchise modes down the road, we end up just trying to do like NHL 08 or or just do like a franchise mode every game. We do one franchise mode per game. Ooh, you know what? That's a great fucking idea. We do one franchise mode per game, right? And not only do we do that one franchise mode, but we have to be the Leafs and try to win a cup in 5 years. And see how many we can hit. Oh my god. And I have how many games is that? Because I have 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Or sorry, no. 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, Legacy Edition, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 15 games. 15 games. 5 seasons each. My god, how many opportunities would that be? 5 times 15, I don't know numbers. 75 years. 75 franchise years that I would have the opportunity to win a cup with the Leafs. Yo, I think I'm doing this. That's something I'm definitely gonna do down the line. For fucking sure. I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea. We're about to win this game though, boys. So that's awesome. We're up 3-0 in the series. So that is fantastic. And we're on a roll to beating Boston. I don't know what's going on, but we're absolutely dominant. I just pray to God we don't fuck it up though. Because we could be the Leafs. We could fuck this up. But that is fantastic though. Chris Letang is fully healed. There we go. Okay. So Chris Letang is back, which means who comes out of the lineup? Well, it can't be Ulevy because Ulevy's actually... Excuse me, Ekblad, sir? You have 0 points in 10 games, my dude? The fuck are you doing? I think it's going to be Yoki Haru. Man, look at these lines, dude. Like, that's crazy. Okay. Throw Chris Letang on the power play. All right. Sick. So, the only thing I need to do now is change some goddamn numbers, because I really hate that Nate McKinnon is number 31. That really bothers me. And number 29 is available, too. What the fuck? Kopitar being 13, we kind of just have to deal with because 11 is taken. So they have retired numbers. Who's retired? One is Luongo, right? Which makes sense. But who's 93? Is that Bure? I don't know who the fuck else would be retired for Florida. Should just be like Bure and Luongo, right? All right, last game, you guys. Let's see what this team can do. If we can finish out the series in a nice 4-0 sweep, or what we're going to do here. Retired numbers. Florida Panthers. Wait, the retired numbers are for... One of the retired numbers is for a fucking executive. Two of them are. So they retired number 37 due to Wayne Hughes. And then they retired 93 for Bill Torrey. I mean, alright, you guys. Kind of think retired numbers should only be for players, but what the fuck do I know? I mean, literally not really anything, to be honest. But still. I mean, Christ. That is just fascinating to me. Okay, though, let's get our minds in the game. I'm really excited about this. This idea, though. Oof, shit. Oh, shit, that was so close. Kopitar almost had it, man. Yeah, I'd love to go back. Because, like, in 08, NHL 08, like, Sundin is on the Leafs. Like, you know, I think the first game he was off the Leafs was 2010. So that would have been, yeah, because that would have been when he went to Vancouver, and that's NHL 10. So I have 2 games where the Leafs still have Sundin. And Caberlet, and... Man, if we do this for the Leafs especially, those, like, the games from NHL, basically all the PS3 games are going to be cancer. Literally from NHL 08 to Legacy Edition. It's going to be awful trying to rebuild the Leafs. I'm going to have to look at fucking Grabowski and fucking Stajan and Steen and, like... My goaltending. Oh my god, the goaltending situation. What the hell am I even going to do? I know I won't lie, though. There are some games. I think there's like 1 or 2 NHL games where like Bernier and Reimer are both 84 overall. So I think that's actually... Yes! Lundell again. So I think there's actually a few games where... the goaltending isn't that bad, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I would be super fascinated to see where we could take that. I think the more interesting thing, honestly, with a lot of those older games is, like, finding those players that are dominant in those games. it never turned out to be anything. And what I mean by that is like those players that are, high level prospects and they just never panned out. They just never panned out. Trying to think of some good examples. I know Michael Hauser was one that we mentioned earlier. Michael Hauser was really good. Jack Campbell, obviously better now, but for many years he's been irrelevant in the NHL games. But back in like NHL 10, NHL 11, he's like a superstar. Oh, shit. Yo, that's literally his X Factor, and that's what he did? Jesus. But yeah, there were a lot of players back in those days that were like super high rated and just never panned out. A good example would be like Julius Honka for some of the recent games, There's lots of players that Josh Hosang, who's on the ice right now, he's finally something, but for many years in these games, he was meant to be a lot more. Nuge is obviously like one of those guys where if you got Nugent Hopkins, you were fucking set. Adam Lark for many years. So like the two games I played more than anything were NHL 11 and NHL 14. Those were the two that like 2 or 3 games later, I was still playing 11 and still playing 14. So with those ones especially, like in NHL 11, Adam Larson is like fucking disgusting. Like he's way too good in NHL 11. And Taylor Hall was roughly the same, same draft class. So, or no, it wasn't. It was Larson and Nuge. Yeah. So, but those players were just dominant. And Larson became a good NHLer, but like in this game, he's a fucking superstar. Like he's the guy. So it's just really interesting to see that. And yeah, Michael Hauser's another one. There are lots of guys. I'd be curious to see if Kyle Beach is any good, Because obviously with his situation, he was meant to be a big prospect, but I don't really remember him much in the old NHL games, so I'm really curious if I went back to some of the old games, like when he first got drafted, if he was worth anything. Maybe it wouldn't be till 08-09. Because, yeah, he was drafted, like, what? I think it was 2008 that he was drafted. So, that would make sense with him being, the horrible tragedy that happened to him happening in 2010, right? The 2010 Cup run, so. That makes sense to me logically. So yeah, hopefully this works out. Wait, we got a fight? Tippett's fighting? How the fuck would Owen Tippett fight? It's fucking Owen Tippett, dude. Soft boy. No offense, Owen Tippett. You could kick my fucking ass, but he's not really meant to be a fighter. He's a sniper. A sniper. Okay, I think we're going to win this game, you guys. I think we're going on to the third round. Which is crazy, because we'll start watching every single game when we get to the third round. So I'm super fucking excited. But we're up 1-0. They still could come back. I thought we were up more, to be honest. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said anything. But, wait. What the fuck? Why is it... Oh, it's the fucking controller. It's coming out of the controller. I keep forgetting that. BRB. Sorry about that. I just was like hearing people talking, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I turned off the volume on my monitor, and no, it's coming out of the fucking controller. I really like that feature, by the way. I think the new controller settings are absolutely sick. I also just love the PS5 remote in general. I think it's awesome, but that's just me. I love how like when they're their X factors are always showing, right? So like whenever they're activated, they glow. But for Chris Letang, literally every second he is skating backwards. So like he's just constantly just shining in the sun. Kills me, dude. Justin Schultz, there's another one. That's a guy that would like back in the day you would have to try to sign him as soon as possible. Because there was that 1 year where he actually was a free agent, and I'm pretty sure he ended up signing in Edmonton. Or was that the year he went to Pittsburgh? You know what? There's another guy. I was talking about this earlier, but Edmonton for many years just having these young players, and we thought they were going to pan out. Justin Schultz was another one. We thought that guy was going to be a fucking superstar, dude. We were like, oh shit, look out, Edmonton signed Schultz. We're fucked now, boys. This guy's the next Mike Green. And there wasn't another Mike Green until Cale Makar. And now Cale Makar is the new Mike Green. But I think he's better defensively than Mike Green ever was. I might be wrong on that, but I think I've seen a Jay Fresh thing where he was like, yeah, Cale Makar's still amazing defensively. Oh, what a takeaway, Krebs. But yeah, Cale Makar is just fucking disgusting, dude. Like, he's going to have over 20 goals this year. And that hasn't happened since, what, Weber? And Weber did that, like, years ago. What's up? Yeah, no, he came in here, and then I closed the door, and he didn't seem to mind, so. You can let him out if you want. Do you want to give me a coffee or no? I can wait. I'm asking me. I can get myself a coffee though. It's fine. No worries. See you later. Anyway, but yeah, we're going into the third period of hopefully the last game of the second round. Hopefully. We'll see if we can get this win. I won't lie to y'all. I'm like cautiously optimistic here. Ooh, hold the fucking... Oh, okay, Nate McKinnon just scored. That's fantastic. But wait, what? Sarah? Guys. Activision just joined Xbox. Oh my god. This is huge fucking news. I know we're excited. Just give me 1 second. We're going to talk about this. We have to talk about this. We're going to go and just chatting for a minute. Hold up. Let me read about this. Is this true? Sarah. Yes. Get in here. Xbox just announced they have acquired Activision Blizzard.
Really?
We are excited to announce that the world-renowned franchises and talented people at Activision Blizzard will be joining Team Xbox. This means they now own Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, and StarCraft.
Okay.
Holy fucking shit.
Honestly, I'm a little bit more confident that Overwatch will be better and out soon.
I don't know, man. Microsoft is dog shit.
Yeah, but they've
I
said that they're
hate.
not.
Well, what do you think Activision Blizzard wanted?
Yeah.
Activision, okay, like this sale to me is fucking insane.
I don't know.
This is insane to me because, like, Crash Bandicoot, Guitar Hero, Hearthstone, Spyro. So, what does this mean? And why have they done it is the more important question. What does this mean for Overwatch League? You know? Once the deal is complete, the business will report to Microsoft Gaming. We will offer as many Activision Blizzard games as we can within the Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, both new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalog. We also announced today that Game Pass has more than 25 million subscribers. I don't care. But like,
Yeah, insane. See what happens.
holy fuck, man.
It's coming out. What you doing, Casper? You want in around? I'm gonna take that as an in.
I'm just reading through this article, you guys. This is crazy. What the hell does this mean? Yeah, the only thing someone in the comments just said something like really really relevant in my mind, and that is like, are they going to fire Bobby Kotick now? Because that would be amazing. You know, I think this should be priority numero uno. Get rid of Bobby Kotick, the absolute scumfuck that he is. Jesus Christ. That is some fucking huge news. I know it's not hockey related, guys. I'm really sorry. But wow. As a person that Overwatch is my favorite game like ever. I don't know how to feel after that. Is that going to make develop? Whoa. Jesus Lord. I forget that it always resets the volume. Is that going to make Overwatch 2 be developed faster? Is it going to make it slower because now they have such a big management shift? Like, what the fuck? And for me, the biggest thing is Overwatch League. I fucking love Overwatch League. It is my favorite thing. I love it. Like, I watched Overwatch League last year more than I watched hockey last year. So, to me, finding out what happens to Overwatch League after this is probably priority numero uno. So, Jesus Christ. I just don't know what's going on with this. This is such a huge news. You know what's crazy to me now that I think about it? Because didn't Call of Duty for the longest time have like this chokehold on getting things, PlayStation people got things new. Or first, you know what I mean? Like the betas for Call of Duty came out on PlayStation like a week before or something. And now that's not going to happen. Because why would it? Doesn't make any fucking sense unless they've signed like a long-term contract. But like, Xbox owns them now, so why the fuck would Xbox not immediately have better treatment than PlayStation? But Call of Duty, fucking, my god, Crash and Spyro and fucking Overwatch and Diablo and my god, that's awesome that Kopitar just scored. I just don't know how to fucking feel. Jesus Christ, that's such huge news. Wow. Anyway, we're up 3-0 in an elimination game against the Bruins. So this is a complete fucking shift from what happened the last 2 seasons. We are absolutely dominating, and we're about to sweep the Boston Bruins. So this is fucking fantastic. And keep in mind, every game after this is simmed with this setup, the computer setup, and I'm super excited about it. This is awesome, you guys. I am so happy about this right now. Hard work building this team from the ground up. I mean, not really. We did make quite a few moves, but a lot of our best players, Lundell, Denisenko, Barkov, Huberdeau, Ekblad, Uyghur, those guys are all still from the original. But, I mean, the guys that are on the ice right now, I got Chris Letang, I got Bernard Docker, I got a bunch of guys that are on this team, and I feel really good about it. Plus, in general, if you look at it in a sense of, who... Oh, what the hell? Sorry, there's a sound with my TV. And by TV, I mean my computer. Is everything okay? Yeah. Weird. Don't know why I did that. That's very odd. Man. I'm just kind of blown away by all this. Anyway. I hate that it does this every time. I can't wait to get my second monitor. I'm getting my second monitor back for next week, you guys. So this won't be a problem, but... Anyway, a minute left, and we are about to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is awesome. This is fantastic news. I can't believe it, to be honest. It's hard to get to the third round in this game. It really is. And we just swept the Bruins in 4 straight. Like, I can't believe that, man. Like, how did Spencer Knight even really dominate? Or was it just we scored? Like, I don't even know. I mean, obviously he's got a shutout right now, but that I probably just jinxed that. But I mean, last game that we simmed, they didn't really have a lot of shots. Okay, there we go. So I guess we'll find out, really. Ooh, big hit. Oh, Kopitar's going to score. Oh, what a save. Holy shit. That was a save and a half, Allmark. I mean, you're 3 goals too late, but still impressive. Ooh, Taylor Hall's about to ruin the shutout. Or not. Never mind. Spencer Knight of God. Why would I ever doubt him? Remember the last... Well, last year he wasn't at fault. But remember the year before that? Going to the third round, boys. We're going to the third round. We might get Lucas Raymond back as well, which will be huge. Now that I think about it, going into the Eastern Conference Finals and getting Lucas Raymond back is going to be a big up. So, suffice to say, I'm excited as shit. And we slayed the beast that is the Boston Bruins. So I'm happy as hell right now, you guys. I can't believe we did it. In such low effort, too. Like, you know, the first round tugged on my heartstrings because it was game 7 and like we were up 3-1 in that series. And this one is just like, nah, we're just going to sweep them. We're just going to sweep them, dog. We didn't even need to put in an effort. Did you guys show up today? I didn't show up today. I was here 5 minutes late. I don't give a fuck. Like, holy shit, they had 12 shots. I was going to say, I don't remember seeing Knight making any saves. Granted, I was talking about Activision Blizzard for half the day, for half the game, but still, Jesus Christ. He literally had 4 goals against in 4 games. Holy fucking jumping short balls. Or what's the good place meme? Holy forking shirt balls. Like, 927 save percentage. The kid is dominant, boys. The kid is dominant. Let's see in general what is like the highest. Because like I don't even think we have that many. Wow, Sean Monahan is dominating. Why couldn't he do like this in real life, man? In real life, he can't even fucking find the net in the playoffs. Man, Cam Atkinson is such a good fucking player. I think he's criminally underrated, that guy. But yeah, it doesn't look like, I mean, to be fair, weirdly enough, it doesn't look like it's that high scoring. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. It should definitely be higher scoring. Hey. I fucking love that alert. Thank you for the follow, Snore Dizzle. How are you today? Yeah, like how are we even... I mean, we're averaging 3 goals a game, but we're stopping an alarming amount at 1.91. So we keep that momentum up. We're definitely going to win some more playoff games. Let's head to the next round. And we are playing the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, boy. So right now it's St. Louis, Edmonton versus Florida, Philly. I feel like that's a really interesting bunch of teams. How are you today, my friend? We are in the 3rd round of the 3rd year of the franchise mode. And don't know if your alert was supposed to make a sound, but it didn't. It definitely was. So that's upsetting. Let me see if I can fix that. That was like the whole funny part, is that I love franchise. It's a lot of good times. I completely agree. I'm glad you agree as well. I wonder if it's because... Okay, I bet you that's why. No, shouldn't be why. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to make a sound. Where is bits donations? I don't know. Can you hear that now? Did it show up there? Bits Okay. Where the hell does this sound come from? I bet you no sound still. I bet you I know why. Okay. Pretty sure I know why. Okay. Yeah, I can figure it out. Oh, I know it's OBS's fault. I just need to change something. That's all. There we go. And now I try again. Test. There we go. Worked that time. It's the front foot reference that fucking kills me. There we go. Yeah, no, it was literally just because I had my microphone on monitor. Because I used to work in radio for a bit. So I like having the sound coming through my own headset. But doesn't always work. For some reason, that caused the desktop audio to also broadcast. So I don't know how to avoid that, but I'll figure it out someday. BRB, quick work call. All right, see you in a bit. But yes, basically, in terms of the good news is that we're gonna get Lucas Raymond back here in a minute. So he's May 17th, and when does this happen? We are at what day? The 12th. So he's gonna be back by game 4. So that's a good sign, at least. We have some hope from that, at least. So we'll see how this goes. Real quick, though, before we start, I'm also going to be right back. I'm just going to grab a coffee, so it won't be long. Das has returned. Okay. So, we are going to do the game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. For those of you just tuning in, the plan has always been to just watch the Eastern Conference Final and Stanley Cup Final games so that we just kind of enjoy. I have not seen all of the... So what is this camera like? I just want to see all the different cameras. Is this the actual camera or is this just the face-off camera? Not a big fan of that. I want the best camera for action. We'll do broadcast. We'll do broadcast camera. Okay. Here we go. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. We'll see how we do against the Philadelphia Flyers. From what I can tell, they have scored a lot more goals than we have, but Spencer Knight has been fucking incredible. So, back. Good to see you back, buddy. So, I feel a bit more confident in this one, I think. Is Ryan Ellis wearing number 94 in Philadelphia? Man, Ryan Ellis in Philly just doesn't feel right, you know? McKinnon being an absolute legend and giving the puck away. So you playing like GM? Oh yeah, no, I've done all of the moves, but yeah, I have not played a single game. Um, so I'm basically doing all the contracts and all that. I am changing lines too, though. That's the only thing. A lot of people don't like changing lines, but I do. So fuck them. But yes, this is year 3. First 2 years didn't go super well. We ended up losing in the first round in Game 7 to Boston twice. And as a fan of the Leafs, it broke my heart. Um, but this is the third round of the playoffs, so we're doing really well right now. And in terms of very cool, everyone kind of does franchise how they want. I like it. True. For me, it's I always do the lines, turn off owner mode, focus on scouting is too. I've never understood scouting, so I never really focus on scouting like at all. Still try to get good draft picks though. And the thing that we've done special, which is something I do anyway in my off time, but I have written down every single transaction that we have ever made in this franchise mode. So if you ask a question, hey, how did you get said player? I can literally tell you exactly how I got said player. And that was basically the main thing that I've been doing for a long time on my personal time. I've been called a loser, but I think it's good for the contracts as well because it just makes it easier. I'm a notepad guy. You mean like notepad on your computer or notepad like me? Because this is a physical notepad. I have a Sharpie pen and everything. um, but yeah, I also usually physical as well. Okay, cool. We're the same, my dude. Um, but yeah, it's pretty crazy how well this franchise has gone. I think I'm 42. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. What team are you a fan of in the physical? The physical. What team are you a fan of in real life, though? Are you? I am a Leafs fan myself, which means I'm used to disappointment. But besides that, oh, hold up, what's going on here? That's a goal, Sean Monahan. Fuck, I wish I could check Twitter. They're tweeting something happens with Sportsnet right now. So give me 1 second. Let me just tweet about. Let me see this tweet. Okay, huge news actually. Okay, I don't know if I meant. Oh, hold up. What the fuck? Oh, I can change that live? Cool. Oh my god. Why, phone, are you doing this to me? Grew up in Green Bay, so gravitated towards Blackhawks growing up, but now I'm a Preds fan. I just like hockey in general. I'm a big hockey fan in general as well. Like, I keep up with all the news. I know a lot of the players. I mean, I played these games in franchise mode, for God's sakes. I have to know most of the league, to be honest. Read a bunch of hockey books. Massive super fan in general, but Leafs are my bread and butter. They are my team that can literally break my heart in a second if they want to, which they've done on many occasions. But Blackhawks, so fair enough. Was that a recent thing that you stopped being a Blackhawks fan due to all the shit that went down this summer? Because I wouldn't blame you. I'll watch any game. Just got ESPN Plus so I can finally watch some hockey. Yeah, it's different in the States down there, eh? I feel like it's probably harder to... I mean, ESPN getting all the games has definitely helped people watch them a lot easier, but in Canada, it's like the easiest thing in the world to watch hockey because, that's all we do here. But yeah, it's interesting to me. The Preds are good this year, and like shockingly good. Like I don't know if that's gonna continue, to be honest, but I don't know. More of an NFL football guy. See, I'm not a big. I'll be honest. I'm not a football guy at all. I just don't. I don't like it that much. I don't know why. Man, we got to get more shots on net, man. 7-3 is not good enough. So in general, when it comes to everything, I'm obsessive. I'm very obsessive with the way I am. So like, the easiest way to explain it is like, when I listen to music, I'm not one of those people that puts on a playlist with 100 different artists, 200 different artists. I listen to bands, and I listen to that one band or that one album for like fucking 6 months, and like I am obsessive. So I'm the same way with hockey and with sports and that stuff. Where I'll watch the Super Bowl, I'll watch the Raptors occasionally because Canadian, and I'll watch the Jays when they're good, but I obsess over hockey. So it's that's just kind of how I am. I center in on one thing, and for me, it's sports wise, it's basically hockey. Some esports as well, but I've still only really been able to attach to Overwatch League, so that's its own thing. Um, what I know the NFL though is in their playoffs right now, so lots of shit going down there. Gotta learn more about players then. Yeah, for sure, man. I know way too much probably. It's kind of a sickness. What? Oh, come on. Sorry about that, man. Give me 1 second. Nightbot is a bit aggressive. And because it's still like on default, I haven't changed things. I haven't changed things on it. What is it that you were even timed out for? Stop spamming caps. I'm gonna have to change that. Spam protection. XX caps. Disable that. Okay, there you go. I have fixed that. Okay. That's been canceled, so we're all good to go. But no, basically, what I was going to talk about earlier. This is the thing with Nightbot. I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Lord Jesus. Fix the fucking audio. God damn, this monitor is not fast enough. There we go. Okay. So the thing I was gonna say was the PHF, formerly known as the NWHL, has just announced today that they are doubling their players' salaries, which is fantastic. So that is absolutely awesome to see. Love more commitment out of the women's hockey center of things. So that is fucking fantastic. And they're all, oh right, that was the other thing. And they're expanding to two more franchises. So that is fantastic fucking news. Super happy about that. Super sad to see Joel Farabee score. Been streaming for 6 years, so feel free to ask me anything. See, this is the thing, is I've also been streaming. This channel is new, and I've just started with doing this kind of stream for about a week. But in general, I have streamed since 2017. But it was almost all with my ex, and she did everything, and I just showed up. So I don't know a lot about bots and that stuff, so I'm figuring that stuff out as I go. Only lady sport I like is women's hockey besides the Olympics. Well, that's the thing, is that like I don't watch many sports outside of hockey. So I do really like to watch like women's hockey in the Olympics. Is like I still think the 2014 women's gold final Canada-US is one of the greatest games I have ever seen of hockey in my entire fucking life. Like 2010 men's Olympic final was probably the most important game. I've ever watched, but 2014 women's final will probably be the craziest because there was just so many layers to that game. Definitely loved it, but it's awesome to see the PHF commit more. And I'm curious. I also have not kept up enough with their season, but I wonder how the Toronto Six are doing because I was a really big fan of them last year, and just things have gotten in the way, and I haven't been able to watch their games, unfortunately. But I definitely like them as a sport. But yeah, no, I in terms of football, then is your team still in the playoffs? Because I know a lot of teams got kicked out the last. The NFL's crazy to me. Oh, what a play by McKinnon, Huberto. Hell yes. It's crazy to me. Football and baseball are very similar in the sense of like, not a lot of teams make it, and like you're just. I mean, baseball is definitely not like this, but football just being like, yeah, one game, you're done. Fuck you. Like, that's it. Like, fuck you, you're done. Goodbye. I guess I should have guessed that you were a Packers fan, since you said you're from Green Bay earlier. They have a bye, and they play this upcoming Saturday. Who do they play? Is it like one of the teams that definitely shouldn't have got by? Because I know there was a few teams that like upset. Like whoever the fuck beat the Cowboys wasn't supposed to beat the Cowboys, and that's why it's such a meme. And Stephen A. Smith is losing his mind. 49ers should be good. Okay. Yeah, I think it was the 49ers to beat the Cowboys, wasn't it? I think so. That's good then. You have faith. If I was an analyst, or sorry, let me ask. Of course you have faith. You're a fan. But if I was an analyst, and you asked me, I've watched the NFL for 20 years, and you ask me, who's gonna win that game? Would I say the Packers? Would I say the Packers? Or is there a chance this goes the other way? They're favorites to win the Super Bowl. Interesting. So, I mean, listen, as a Leafs fan, be careful. The Pack, like, I can't explain what being a Leafs. Well, no, I can, but like, it's really hard to explain what a Leafs fan is. Like what it's like to be a Leafs fan, though. Like, it's just, I mean, it's really tough to explain because like, it's one and done, so anything can happen. See, that's the thing, right? Is I feel like that makes it easier to swallow. Like, you know, when a hockey team collapses in the playoffs, it's, you know, you have to lose 4 games, right? Whereas like in the NFL, it's just like you just drop the ball once and you're fucked. Like, you know, your whole year is for nothing now because you dropped the ball one time. You know, like I feel like it's just not the same. Best of 7 series are so much drama. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I love best of 7. I think it's a great setup. I think the only thing that needs to change in hockey is a smaller season, to be honest. I think 82 games is way too fucking many. But best of 7 series is absolutely fantastic. Unlimited overtime, like all that stuff is so much fun. I mean, the NHL playoffs are dope enough that Charles Barkley started watching the NHL from just watching the playoffs. Like, I don't think Charles Barkley was that big of a fan. And then he's like, yo, I'm watching the NHL playoffs. This shit's sick as hell. Like, and it's like, oh, okay. Didn't expect Charles Barkley to be a fan, but all right. Because, yeah, like, there's nothing like NHL playoff hockey, man. It is chaos and just so much fun. The games don't really, you know, show it off well, but nothing beats the NHL playoffs. I completely agree. The only thing, I mean, the Olympics, the actual Olympics when the NHL players are going might be the only thing that beat it. because it is literally best on best. You know, that's the only thing that might beat it. But even that is still like one game and you're out kind of stuff. So not the same as the best of 7, but from a Leafs fan perspective though, like I hate best of 7 because it makes it so much worse when they lose. Because again, like the disappointment, like it's so hard to explain. I don't know if you know any Leafs fans, or if you even know much about the Toronto Maple Leafs, to be honest. But like, as a Leafs fan, it's just like it's hard to explain. The Leafs taught me how to have zero faith in humanity. That's such an awful thing to say, but it might actually be correct. Like, the Leafs have made me a cynic. Like, oh my god. Because it used to be small. Like, okay, I was born in 96, so I'm not that young. I'm 20, or not that old, rather. I'm 25. So, you know, when I was a kid, the Leafs were good. Again, they were dominant, like, in the early 2000s. They were fantastic. You had Cujo, and you had Sundin, and McGillney, and Roberts, and all these great fucking players, and they're winning playoff series. But it seemed like what was happening is we would win against the Sens and lose against Philly in the second round. So it was like, fuck, okay. And then one year we went actually decently far, and we lost to Carolina, and it was heartbreaking. But then Carolina went on to win the Cup, so yeah, it could have been worse. We could have lost to like a nobody, but okay, Huberto. Shit. Really could have used that insurance. Fuck. Barkov too. Can't bury it. And then that was 2004. Carolina didn't beat the Leafs to win the Cup. What am I thinking? They definitely didn't. But they might have in 2006 though. I don't know. Regardless. Shit. The point remains, the Leafs have not won a playoff series since 2004. I was 8. And I am 25. And for years, the meme was that we hadn't made the playoffs in like since that same amount of time. It was like 2006 or 2004 since we made the playoffs, and it was 2013 before we made it. And like that was awful enough. And I remember crying when they made the playoffs in 2013. And it was just this beautiful, like, oh my God. I took a picture on my phone. I still have a picture on my old ass phone of James Reimer and everyone coming in to celebrate, because I was like, we finally fucking made the playoffs. Like, this is amazing. And then the worst collapse in playoff history happened, where the Leafs are up 4-1 in the third period of Game 7, and they fucking blow it. And, okay, a lot of people talk about how they dealt with that. And a lot of people, it's screaming, it's crying, it's, you know, losing their temper, whatever. For me, I was just dead. Like, I just straight up dead inside. I just sat there like... Because I don't think I digested what was happening in front of my eyes. I was just like... This isn't real. You know? And then much later, I digested it and fucking hated my life, and it was... Never forgave them for that. But they really didn't deserve it. Looking back, they didn't deserve to win, and Boston was the objectively better team and should have won in every way. So, don't hate that as much now. However, it's given me PTSD. And, oh my God, huge save night. Holy shit, that could have tied it. And then, so after that happens, they don't make the playoffs for another like 3-4 years. And they are fucking garbo. Like, they are so bad. Fucking David Clarkson, Dion Phaneuf, like, just a butt ton of nothing. And it was fucking terrible. And it seemed to be the same thing every year, ever since I was a kid. Really good start, looking hot as shit. absolutely fucking dog shit in the last quarter of the season, and they missed the playoffs. And it was awful. It was absolutely awful. And I hated it. So then 2017 rolls around. We're not supposed to win because we're young as hell. And Matthews and Marner are just starting out. And it's like, they're playing Washington. They're not going to beat Ovechkin. Like, I don't. Any win is a fucking good thing, And we took them to 6 games. And we won a couple games in overtime. So I was really happy with that. Then 2018 rolls around, and now there's expectation. Now we got to go to the playoffs. And we do. We do go to the playoffs. Lucas Raymond's back. This is great news. Who am I sending out? Kevin Ball. Goodbye, Kevin. So I'm not actually putting him in the lineup, though, until he's fully healthy, which he is not right now. So we were super excited, and we play Boston again. And it's like, all right, redemption time for 2013, baby. Let's go. And, of course, they have to take it to Game 7. And I remember sitting there watching it happen in front of my eyes. Not really believing it. I remember taking off my jersey and throwing it across the room. And I was so angry all day. And then the next year happened, and it was the same fucking thing. Except this time, it's worse because I didn't even try. It was abysmal, Game 7 in 2019. And I just remember hating everything, man. And then 2020 bubble playoff happens. And that one's so much worse to me because, like, they did something, and to me, this is what being a Leafs fan is. Okay, this is my best story to explain what being a Leafs fan is. We were losing, okay, and we weren't doing well in the playoff series against Columbus. We were doing dog shit, and Game 4, we're down. I think it might have been 4-1, something along those lines, and we come back. We came back to tie the game. And I remember this very clearly because my partner at the time got really mad at me for this. But basically, we were losing. And I was just like, oh, fuck this team. Fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate these guys. And I'm just really angry. And then they start scoring. And I'm like, Okay. And then I believe it was either the goal they scored to tie the game or the goal before they tied the game. There was like they scored one goal, I think, before they tied the game. And I got up and I screamed, "Don't you fucking dare give me hope. You fucking bastards." Which, I mean, most fans should be like, "Oh my God, we tied it, you guys." Not a Leafs fan. I said, "Don't you fucking dare give me hope, you sons of bitches." And what did they do? They won the game. Monahan! 6 goals in the playoffs so far. God damn, Monahan's been good. It goes to Game 5, which is, because of the bubble season, that was like our Game 7, right? And they absolutely sucked dog shit. They were absolutely terrible. I was correct. I was objectively correct. Because they do what they always do. Even when I was a kid, it was the same thing, just a different way. They fill you up with hope, and then they rip it away from you. So what did they do? What did I say they did earlier when I was a kid? They would do really well at the beginning of the season, and then shit it all the way. They would fill you up with hope. Hey, this team's actually pretty good. February hits. Hey, we're actually winning some games in this playoff series. And then Montreal, I can't even talk about. I'm not even over Montreal yet. I'm not over that yet. I will never, ever, ever, ever ever forgive them for that. Never forgive them. Never. Like, Columbus already is unforgivable. Okay? Columbus was such a massive fuck up that it's because it's fucking Columbus. They were better than that. Oh, damn it. That was a good goal, though. They were better than that, man. Montreal, I'll never forgive them for that. You played that team all season, and you dominated. Jack Campbell was fantastic. Literally, the only thing that wasn't working was Matthews and Marner. They just couldn't get it done. And, like, they played well from the majority of the series. But Campbell was unstoppable. The defense was playing really well. The depth was doing well. Just the big guy. Nylander was amazing. Big guys couldn't get it done. And Montreal's dog shit now. And Toronto's winning again. And the main reason I will never forgive them, too, is for the exact reason why this year I'm not as hopeful. We had to play Montreal and then Winnipeg. Okay, that's a pretty good first 2 rounds. This year, we're going to have to get through Florida and Tampa. Florida and Tampa. Like, those are the first 2 playoff rounds. No matter what, we are either playing, basically no matter what. I mean, we could get a wild card spot if Boston just starts popping the fuck off. But, like, basically, almost no matter what, we're playing Tampa or Florida in the first round. And then, like, the winner of fucking Tampa-Boston in the second round. Like, so there's a really good chance we're playing Tampa-Florida, which makes me want to murder somebody. Those 2 teams, I would say, are probably Stanley Cup final potential, and we're going to have to play them in the first 2 rounds. And we could have had Montreal-Winnipeg. Like, the Stanley Cup last year was wrapped up in a bow for the Leafs, and they couldn't even fucking manage to get out of bed in the morning for round 1. I will never forgive them for that. Unless they win the Stanley Cup. Then all is forgiven. I think if we're all truly honest with ourselves, like, as hateful fans of any team, like, if the Packers lost, like, 20 years in a row, in that 21st year, you would be like, I don't care, we won a championship. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Put a ring on my finger. I don't give a fuck. Like, buy the hat, buy everything. Like, especially if they're a team that doesn't have a lot of success, Like the New England Patriots, right? You're not allowed, as a Patriots fan, you can't really be like, well, you actually get to be picky. But, like, look at the Bengals, for instance. The Bengals just won their first playoff game in 32 years. At this point, they're still wasted. Those fans are still wasted. Because this is any matter of success is worth everything. But these successful franchises, like Chicago when they won 3 cups in 5 years, or anything, losing in the first round is such a massive fucking failure after something like that. Whereas the Leafs, at this point, if they win a playoff round, I'm getting naked. Like, I am not going to be okay. I really won't be. And I know that, listen, in the long term, winning a first round of a playoff series as, like, oh my God, that is such a good time to celebrate, is stupid. It really is. Because this team is Stanley Cup caliber. They are Stanley Cup caliber. That being said, literally winning a playoff series is going to make me throw up. Like, I will be so goddamn irrationally happy that I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if they lose. Well, I will care if they lose in the second round, but like, it will literally be like, okay, at least that just weight on my fucking chest of losing in the first round every goddamn year is gone, right? At least that would be a thing. But they have to get there first. But for a team as good as the Leafs, literally anything other than second or third round is massive loss potential. Absolutely. If Matthews is already this far into a career without at least... Well, I mean, you could say this. McDavid's at least been in the third round, I guess. But, like, I think you need to at least be in the Stanley Cup, in the Eastern Conference, you know, in your conference finals before you can really be like, yeah, no, I'm a superstar, you know? I mean, he's still a superstar, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, McKinnon has gone to a conference final. Ovechkin went to a conference final. Fucking Crosby won a Stanley Cup a few years into his career. McDavid's been to a conference final. Lots of really big superstars have at least been to the conference final. I feel like you have to get there. At least. Oh, yes, Lundell again. I feel like we're not really... I mean, Florida's the only other team, right? And this is the problem. Florida is another team with legitimate superstars that are getting older, you know, in their prime, and they've got nothing to show for it. They haven't won a single playoff series. Me, in this franchise mode in my third year, winning a playoff series would be the first time they won it since 96. So this is my point where Leafs fans are fucked, right? We either get Florida, that is a dominant team that has not won a playoff series since 1996, since the year I was fucking born. Do you think they might want to actually do something? Or we get Tampa Bay, who's won back-to-back Stanley Cups. Which one would you prefer? My answer is fucking neither. Like, at this point, I'm just praying to God one of them goes on, like, a fucking terrible streak and loses every goddamn game so the Leafs can actually get above them and have a better, you know, player lineup or something, you know? What is that for? I forgot what that was for. What is that for? Why is it not showing up? 1 second. Hey, what's up, Fox? How are ya? I was a host. Okay. Let me do it again just so I can see it, because I really like that alert. I love that. It's so stupid. I love it. What's up, Fox? Happy to see you. Oh, my God. But yeah, that was a long-ass rant just to basically say if the Leafs... I will never forgive them for 2021, and they're probably going to break my heart again in 2022. So, basically all that to say just that. And not much. Fair enough, buddy. Well, thank you for the host. Happy to see you. But yeah, the Preds are an interesting team, too. I'm honestly surprised the Preds are doing as well as they are this year. I feel like they should definitely be worse. I expected the Preds to fall out, honestly. I still expect them to kind of do that, to be honest. Sorry, Snore. I just feel like they're not... They're one of those teams... They're actually a team I would love to do a franchise mode for, because they are a team that I feel like needs to just fucking deal with the fact that they're old and they're not going to win. So just give up and start again. You know, a good example of that is San Jose as well. But I mean, San Jose, I would have said that a year or two ago. Basically, after 2019, they should have packed their bags, you know. But Nashville went to a Stanley Cup final, and I think was it 2018? San Jose went to a cup final, and then so did the Preds. Basically, like a year or two after that final, they should have packed it in and started over. Because I feel like they have talent, and like you could really get rid of a lot of that talent. I feel like their biggest problem is contracts. Big, long ass contracts for players that don't fucking deserve it. Like, Duchesne is finally living up to his. But, like, how is Johansson doing this year? Is Johansson doing any good? They got out of the Terse contract, thank God. But, like, is Johansson actually doing anything this year? Because I know Duchesne has been impressive and he's been above a point a game, which is great. He earned his money, and I'm happy that he's doing that because I like Matt Duchesne. But Johansson is, what is his fucking contract? Like $7 million? Like, no. You know? And I've heard Michael Granlund's been doing amazing as well. But Nashville's just not allowed to have a bad goaltender. They're just not allowed to have a bad goaltender. UC Saros is like, yeah, no, I mean, I'm basically Pecorine, just small. You know? They're just not allowed to have a bad goalie. Which is like the opposite of the team I'm playing in Philly, who's not allowed to have a fucking good goalie. Oh, I can't believe we stopped that. I thought that was going in for sure. But yeah, they're too old, dude. Like, imagine right now trading Roman Yossi. And the fucking assets that you could get from that. Because let's be honest, he's basically having a Norris caliber season. But you could trade him, commit to the fact that you're not going to win, and just get a shitload of assets out of him. Former player agent Kent Hughes named the 18th GM in Montreal Canadiens history. The Habs have their GM. Okay. Let me, after this game is done, we'll either celebrate the win or talk about the loss. And I will go into just chatting and we'll talk about the Habs' new GM. Because I'm very curious. I've not heard this person's name before. Kent Hughes. He's a former player agent. I mean, super interesting, right? Because I think the Habs recognize the fact that they knew that Jeff Gorton is basically going to be the guy at the helm. He's the Brendan Shanahan of the Montreal Canadiens at this point, right? But can Kent Hughes even speak French? Because I thought they were all about the Francophone, but Kent Hughes is not a Francophone name. He is very much not Francophone. So that's very interesting. He might speak French, though. So I'm very curious to see some more info on this, guys. I'm going to, when this game is done, we're going to talk about it, because I'm fascinated to know about this. The Habs are probably the most important franchise in league history. And they're just inherently interesting with everything they do. And they're also inherently interesting because they're having, like, the worst season in salary cap history. Like, they're doing really, really badly. Has Carey Price even come back yet? Like, I know he's with the team, I think, but have they even played him in a game? I don't think they have. It's just been, like, Allen and Montembeau, I believe. I can't believe we're winning this. Gotta hold down the fort, though. Oh, close. Shit. Good save. I am super curious to talk about this Habs thing. Jesus Christ. My cat's, like, screaming outside my door. Big goal! And that'll wrap it up in a nice little neat bow. Dennis Senko being a Chad. Sorry for hitting the mic. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I just have to know, like, is the guy French? Like, Can't believe we're winning this game though. So I mean, we're up 2-0 right now. That's pretty damn awesome, to be honest. Like I really can't believe that. That's fantastic news. I would, by the way, I'm sorry I have to pause to talk about this, but I literally don't have access. Like, when I get my second monitor back, I'll be able to, like, watch chat and also be on my phone, scrolling Twitter, finding out about this news. But, like, I can't because right now I only have one monitor, and therefore I have to swap between the game and the actual stream, as well as my computer, right? So I'm not able to talk both, unfortunately. Owen Tippett wraps it up. Hell yeah, brother. Big win for the boys. I can't believe we're doing this well. We've won 7 games straight, right? We won Game 7 against Montreal. We won 4 games against the Bruins, and now we've won the first 2 games of this series. So we're winning 7 games right now. 7 wins straight, guys. Absolutely huge for us. All right, give me 1 second. We're going to learn about this. Did a trade. I got Ellie now. My cat was screaming outside my door, and now she is in the room with us. Now, don't ruin my notepad. Okay. Yes, you're not allowed to ruin my notepad. All right. Finish that. Now let's find out about this new GM, shall we? Actually, there we go. Got that set. Okay, let's find out about this new Habs GM. So let's take a look. The Canadiens hire Kent Hughes as GM. So Ken Hughes is Patrice Bergeron's agent. Interesting. Patrice Bergeron's a UFA. It's unlikely because of the rebuild, but imagine the anger. That would be pretty funny, actually. So let's see. By the way, that Microsoft deal to buy Activision Blizzard is apparently $70 billion. Jesus Christ. Okay. My cat is so annoying sometimes. Okay, he is announced Tuesday. Kent Hughes has signed a 5-year contract as well. That's a long-ass contract. He's the 18th GM, the 51-year-old Montreal native who grew up in Beaconsfield, has a wealth of management experience in the hockey world, primarily as a partner and certified agent with the renowned Quebec-based firm Cartex Management. He represents a host of NHL stars. These all look like Quebecois players, except for a few. So Patrice Bergeron, Chris Letang, Anthony Beauvillier, and Darnell Nurse. Very interesting. He joined them in 2016 following a merger with MF Sports Firm with whom he previously affiliated. At the time Hughes joined the Canadiens, he represented more than 20 players under NHL contracts. So basically all those guys have to get a new agent now. That makes sense. I never thought of that. If an NHL player agent signs as a fucking executive, he doesn't just get to keep representing his players. Like he's a representative, you know? He can't just, be an agent for those players as well as being a GM. Okay, we believe he's the right person. Declared he has a law degree. Okay. So this is interesting because he's not Quebecois, but he's represented a lot of Quebecois players. So that's really fascinating to me. If I look up Kent Hughes, what do I find? contracts by agent. So let's see who he's got under contract. Actually, some really strong players here. Chris Letang, Patrice Bergeron, Darnell Nurse, Drake Batherson, who also recently signed his deal. So that's a good piece of work from him. Mike Matheson, that's a garbage contract. The agent did a great job. Colin White, Anthony Beauvillier, Anton Hudobin, Marco Scandella, Zemgus Gargansons, Sammy Blaze. I never know how to say his name, by the way. William Carrier, Nick Paul, Nathan Beaulieu. I feel like that might give him some ire. Alex Newhook, Nicholas Abi Kubel, Joseph Aleno, Matthias Lafreniere, Nicholas Maloki, Matthew Olivier, and Anthony Richard. So it looks like almost all of his players are, like a lot of his players are, words. They are, they're Francophone. It looks like he has a lot of French players under his belt, which is very interesting to me. So, I mean, is that kind of how they're like, this is how we're justifying it? He obviously speaks good French. He wouldn't if he wouldn't be signed if he did, So, very, very interesting to me. I'm surprised. I won't lie. I'm really surprised. Because I feel like he would have definitely done better. Like, I feel like they really were going to go for a Francophone guy, and they just said, you know what? No, fuck it. We're gonna do what we want. And this guy has a lot of Francophone people. So, very, very intriguing. Very intriguing. But anyway, we'll get back to the hockey. Yeah, I'm still really curious what that's going to mean for the Habs going forward. Because, what do they do now? You have a player agent as GM, I mean, obviously, all the rumors are going to be, this guy's going to get one of his players. And I mean, he probably will, but, who? I don't think Chris Letang is up. There's a lot of guys that are probably not going anywhere. I also don't know the season that Chris Letang is having, to be fair. If Chris Letang is having a bad season in Pittsburgh, maybe. Come on. I fucking hate that it does this, guys. All right. Can we continue our winning streak with an 8-game? I sure as hell hope so. Being up 3-0 in this series would be fucking amazing. And we would be basically as close to punching our ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals as we can be, outside of winning all 4, but we will see. Really interesting news, though. 2 big news stories broke during stream. 2 big hockey news stories broke during stream today, between the women's story and now the Habs signing their GM. That is fantastic news. Obviously, we're primarily about franchise mode, but I'm happy to talk hockey news with everybody here. And if you have any questions about hockey or you want to talk hockey in the real life as well as the virtual life, I'm always down for that. So don't you guys worry. Fascinating move, though, by the Habs. Really excited to see how that goes for them. Really excited. And my kitty is still just lying here, waiting for attention, as one does. So it looks like this stream is going to be all watching games because we are this close to winning. We're actually doing really well. I won't lie, I was really concerned that this year in particular was going to be short. Because both the last 2 full franchise years were done in one stream each because they didn't last very long. Ooh, big save by Hart there. Because we didn't win in the playoffs. But now with the fact that we watch every game rather than just simulate it on a fucking boring ass screen, past a certain point, we're able to keep this going. Ooh, big save by Hart there. I just want us to get the first goal, and we are playing extremely well to start. But I just want us to score the first goal, you know? Get a good start. Getting a good start in a hockey game is, like, integral. So we'll see. Oh, speaking of Letang, there he is. I forgot I had Chris Letang. Jesus Christ. Oh, I have one of his players. That would be weird, though, eh? What would you tell your... You would tell the players, right? You'd be like, hey, guys, just letting you know, I'm interviewing to be the GM of the Montreal Canadiens. You know, this agent in the same firm will take over, or you're welcome to be... Like, yeah, how would that go? Like, technically, are you signed under that agent, or are you signed under the firm? So, like, if your agent in particular leaves, right? Like, would you have to sign? Would you have to move to another agent within the firm, or are you technically free to do whatever you want now? You know, like, do I have to stay at the same firm, or can I just go and be the fucking get a new agent from who knows where? You know. It's stuff like that that is very interesting to me. I know a lot of people don't care about that shit, but I fucking do. I think that kind of stuff is fascinating. You know what? Ancient Provocateur. It's a great show with Alan Walsh. But I'd love to ask Alan on that show. You know, I'll just maybe I'll tweet them after the stream. Just tweet Adam and tweet Alan, hey, out of curiosity, what would happen in this situation? Would they stay with the same firm? Would they technically be free agents and can sign with any agent? Like, how would that work? Because, yeah, I just find it really interesting, you know? Because, like, I feel like they would have to be signed to a firm. Like, if the firm is smart, that's what they would do, right? But, I mean, you also have to... Sometimes you got to give players some freedom. Because if you don't, they're not going to sign with you, right? That's why you give players, you know, trade protection. Because, you know, they want to be in control. And you can sign them for less if you give them some control. But again, at the same time, it depends on how long these players have been on with their agencies. Because a lot of these agencies sign these kids when they're fucking 14, 15. And they're just drafted by the QMJHL or the OHL, right? So, like, they don't have as much control. They're very young. Denisenko again. This guy's a fucking Chad, dude. What a... Oh, gee, what's Christ. Oh, my God. What a fucking warrior Denisenko is, dude. Holy shit. Guy's a Chad. I gotta go find something to wipe my nose with. Jesus. Anyway. Awesome. We're up 1-0 going into the second. So excited. So, they have one shot. We are fucking dominating them right now. Which is interesting because I feel like the last 2 games they definitely had us by the balls. But not anymore, hombre. We got you by the balls now. And it's in their turf. So I am very excited. I really am fascinated by this question, though. Didn't they say that you could, like... I'm going to have to go back and see. Because I feel like you could send, like, a video question. So I would just send, like, this Twitch clip. Just being like, Alan Walsh. Hello, sir. My name is Nick, and I'm a nerd on Twitch. I would like to ask you a serious question. But yeah, I'm genuinely so curious with that. Go watch Agent Provocateur if you're a fan of hockey and you'd like to know a bit more about how NHL agents operate and how the league operates in general. Shit. That's a really good goal by Pavelski, though. We used to have Pavelski, didn't we? Didn't we sign Pavelski? Or am I thinking of my Leafs GM? I feel like we had Pavelski at one point. No, that was my Leafs, my actual personal GM. Yeah, we did not have Pavelski. Thank God. I was gonna say I hate it when former players bite me in the ass. I don't think we've traded anyone to Philly, so let me check that. Have we traded anyone to Philly? Lots of moves to Detroit, Calgary, Islanders, Dallas, Anaheim, Nashville, Buffalo, Columbus, Winnipeg, Dallas. No trades to Philly. We have not traded any. Oh, we scored, and I wasn't even watching, dog. Hell yeah. There you go, Tippett. Or did it not count? Oh my god, it didn't count. Whatever. Well, now I'm sad. I got my hopes up for nothing. I was gonna say though, Philly does look almost the same. Like they don't have a lot of changes. Pavelski's definitely one of them though. You know, still have Carter Hart and Nat. Who's on this line? Rem Pitlick is kind of different, but Farabee and Limbaum are both, you know, on the team right now. I don't know who their defensemen are here, but man, you worked that hard and you still didn't get the puck off my stick, dude. What are you doing? Okay. I like the cycle here from our team. Oh, Monahan was in a good spot. Wish he got more on it, though. I've always loved the Flyers jerseys, man. I adore the Flyers jerseys. They are just perfect to me. Oh, big shot. Ristolainen, yep, Ristolainen's still on the team. And Travis Sanheim, I'm pretty sure, is still on the team as well. So basically this entire, like, third line, except for one player, is still a Philadelphia Flyer right now. Konechny, Couturier, and Atkinson, again, all Philadelphia Flyers. Ryan Ellis is in the back there, and I think that's Ivan Provorov back there as well. So this entire line is all currently Flyers, so they haven't really made a lot of changes in like the 3 simulated seasons. So very interesting to me. Okay, come on, boys. Oh, good takeaway, McKinnon. This line in real life would be so annihilating. Barkov, Huberdeau, and Nathan McKinnon. Like, just fuck you. You know? Don't just stop him. He scored last game. I don't like him. Ryan Ellis. Man, I loved Ryan Ellis for Team Canada in the World Juniors. He was one of my favorite players for a long time. Oh, shit. Okay, come on. There you go. If I ever get popular enough, which is something that's not going to happen for a long time, but if I ever do, I would love to do what my old buddy and I used to do when it came to split screen. Split screen. When it came to playing games against each other, we would always do the same setup, and it was perfect. So the basic concept is that we would have a fantasy draft. We would make our teams, fantasy draft, and we had certain rules. So the rules were that you could only have one 85 overall goalie, two 85, and when I say 85, I mean 85 and above. So one 85 overall goalie, two 85 overall defensemen, and three 85 overall forwards. And every single other player you pick has to be 84 and below. So it would make for really interesting decisions. Like, you would have to choose your center carefully. You would have to choose your forwards very carefully. So I almost always ended up with Ovechkin. I think I always tried to get Ovechkin. Tavares was another guy I got quite often. I almost always got Chara or Weber because I liked big hitters, and I always took shots from the point for my defensemen. So and my goaltending was always abysmal, no matter who I picked. But I would love to make a team like that now and just see what the best team I could come up with was. Best team I could come up with. With the draft rules. I think that would be fascinating, to be honest. Ekblad wins the fight. What a Chad. Aaron Ekblad is such a fucking great defenseman. I have a lot of respect for Aaron Ekblad. And this is the thing. In general, I'd also love Florida to actually go far in the playoffs, but they probably have to get through the Leafs to do it, and therefore, fuck them. Fuck them. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, what a poke check Uyghur there. Uyghur looking like a Chad, dude. Okay. We're not doing too bad, you know. But we definitely could be doing better. I wish we were up 2-1 instead of 1-1, but hey, could be worse. I mean, we're also up 2-0, so losing this game is not the end of the world. But a 3-0 lead is a hell of a lot better than a 2-0 lead in a 7-game series, I'll tell you that. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, come on. You got him. Oh, fuck. Alright. Huge hit. Jesus Christ. Was that Uyghur? I think that was Uyghur. Oh, bad pass, though, by Kopitar there. Oh, big stop, Knight. At this point, any stop is a big stop, to be honest, because the NHL goaltending is always dog shit. Oh. Good save. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much today, guys. I had 2 coffees, and I'm still yawning like a bitch. Oh, tip it. Tippett and Denisenko are 2 unreal snipers. I can't believe I am on the same line. Who's in the middle? Oh my god, it's Kopitar. Oh! Big save by Hart there. Shit. So close, Ellie. We're so close. Man, we're so close. We're so close. Just her latching onto my arm is so funny to me, dude. Holy shit. I hope that wasn't shot. I'll try to go back and find that, because holy fuck, that's funny. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Monahan has been a star for us in the playoffs. Unlike his real life self that can't do shit in the playoffs. Man, I feel so bad for the Flames. They should be a lot better than they are. I mean, this year they seem to be better, but I mean, I say that every fucking year, you know? And they still end up finding a way to fuck it up. Lundell. Oh, there it is! Monahan. Once again, 7 goals in the playoffs. That might be the most on our team, to be honest. I think that might be the most. Huge, man. Even this line is pretty crazy. Lundell, Monahan, and Peyton Krebs. If this was a real forward line, that would be nuts. I mean, Krebs is still relatively unproven in real life, though, I think. I don't think he's played more than 20 games. I might be wrong on that, though. It's hard to keep up with Vegas, because Vegas changes their fucking roster every other night, basically. Making trades left and right. I think he is the leading goal scorer for us. That is fantastic news. Right? Would you agree, Ellie? We will see. Only 5 more minutes left in this game, and we're up 2-1. Come on, boys. Let's take home this win. Be up 3-0. Oh my god, big saves by Knight there. Holy shit, we're really close here. Oh, fuck. Huberto. Barkov. Oh, there it is! Barkov with the tip. I mean, that doesn't really wrap it up, but it kind of does, though. Come on. 3-0 in this series. We're going to the Stanley Cup final if we win one more game, you guys. Yo, imagine if I win the Stanley Cup in year 3. Because the plan was to go as long as I want with this franchise mode. Like, we weren't supposed to go for, for a limited time. But, I mean, if I win the Cup in year 3, like, I don't really need to go that long. I think I'm probably going to... My thought process was 8 years. I'll probably keep to that. To 8 years, though. Big save by Hart there. 30 seconds left, man. I don't think they can do this. I think we've got the win again. So huge, dude. I cannot believe we're doing this well. I mean, I beat this team. I built this team. And I still can't believe we're doing this well. I expected us to be better in the last 2 years. But I also didn't expect us to be this good in year 3. I definitely think this is one of the best teams I've ever assembled. And not just because they're good, but because, I have basically this entire team. I think the only rental I have is Anze Kopitar. There's almost no one that's a rental here. And I can run this team back next season. Basically in its entirety. But we haven't won yet. Okay, so let's take a breath. Let's try to win game 4. And, see if we can come out with a series win again. We've won 8 games straight, though. We've won 8 fucking games straight. Which is pretty crazy. Wow, we really dominated them too. Holy shit. 26 shots to like 16. That's pretty nuts. All right. And Lucas Raymond is back and fully healed. So who gets scratched? Well, I think it's got to be sort of. Yeah, it's going to have to be sort of. And I'll put Niederreiter in center. Maybe not. I'll figure something out. I will scratch Hosang. Gotta scratch someone. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be Hosang. I cannot send down Sean Monahan. Sean Monahan has been fucking amazing. Even Tippett has been really good the last few games. We're still going to throw Raymond up there, though. Do I, though? Yeah, I'm going to. And then we just move Niederreiter and throw Lucas Raymond where Niederreiter is. Okay. I say we go for it, you guys. Can I also bring up that we have not lost since Jonathan Huberdeau has come back into the lineup? He has been in all 8 wins. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can send Philly packing. 3-0. Game 4. Can we move on to the Stanley Cup Finals? McKinnon versus Couturier. Let's go. I won't lie, I'm nervous now. Because I feel like this is the time. As a Leafs fan, I have no faith. So, like, I'm sitting here thinking, all right, this is the beginning of the end. This is where we lose every game. We've won 8 straight. So, naturally, that means we must lose the next 3 in a row. But we will see. I have faith in this team, though, because this team isn't the Leafs. I know we lost the last 2 seasons against Boston in the first round, but that doesn't mean that we're the Leafs. It just means we're extremely similar to the Leafs. That's all. So we'll see. It is kind of funny to me that, like, you know, obviously I've simmed through these games, but, like, we're not really, like, the top guys are not really being the best. Like, they aren't the ones that are contributing the most. Like, in my, they're not really contributing much at all. Like, we're not getting a lot of goals. So, in general, we don't really have a lot of the top guys getting all these points, you know, but racking up 50 points or whatever. Or even 20, really. Like, I think we're, 14 games? And I think, like, our highest scorer has only got, like, 12 points, probably. Which I find fascinating. Like, in my personal franchise mode, the Leafs one that I have, I won the Cup twice in 4 years. And, both times the Conn Smythe winner has been, like, 2 or 3 points above, at least 2 or 3 points above a point per game. So, wait, is that true? Is fucking Spencer Knight not letting in a goal in 3 games and I just haven't noticed? That means he's about to let in a goal right now, though, by the way, because I just noticed. That's crazy, though. Yeah, because the first goal was Pavelski. When did Pavelski score? Tarasenko again! This guy is fucking dominating for me right now. Oh my god, this player. And that is why I didn't move Tippett, because this team, this line in particular, has been dominant. Tarasenko again! Again! Denisenko, I think, just became the leading goal scorer on the team. And I think almost all of those goals have come in the last 2 rounds. Like, I don't think he had that many goals before this round started. Or before the second round. Like, I don't think he had, like, any goals in the first round at all. And then he scored 8 in the last 2, basically. So huge for me. So huge. That's what we call clutch time, baby. He's in there when it matters. Round 1 stats. I don't give a fuck about round 1 stats. I want to see your round 3 stats. Show me that stat line, baby. Yeah, Lucas Raymond's first game back is integral to me. I want to see how he plays because he's one of our most important goal scorers, most important forwards. So I want to see him really succeed. Really have a good first game back. Isn't doing too bad to start. But, I mean, it's not really helping that the team, the line that's doing the best right now is also not his. Like, the line I was going to put him on, but felt that it would ruin the chemistry, is the line that's playing the best. So, forgive me if I don't really have a want to move Lucas Raymond up the lineup. Oh my god, what a goal. And by that I mean that's a terrible goal, and Carter Hart should have that. But Mackenzie Weegar, 3-0 in an elimination game. We are up 3-0 with 1 win before we get to the Stanley Cup final. Holy shit, guys. I thought I was going to make moves today. Like, I thought I was going to make contracts and have to re-sign players. I might not even get into the offseason. Well, I mean, if we win this game, I'm not going to get into the offseason because, we're simming every game and we'll be in the Stanley Cup final. We'd have to lose 4 straight, and we don't have enough time. We only got about half an hour left, which, by the way, just a little reminder here that after today, my next stream is Thursday, as I'm getting the booster shot tomorrow, so I will not be streaming. So, again, today is also off schedule, but, this whole week is off schedule. Because we're doing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Well, we normally do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but booster shot Wednesday, taking the roommate back to university on Friday, so. Oof. And Monday was just fucked up because Sunday we were without power for 13 hours in the middle of winter. It was great. The worst part about being out of power for that long, too, like, it wasn't even the fact that the power went out. It was the fact that the power went out at, like, 2:30 in the morning, and I went to bed at, like, 2. So my phone was dead, like, immediately when I woke up, basically. So I put it on charge, and then the fucking power went out, like, right away, basically. But the real reason why it was my phone is my phone, but the main reason why it sucked was because we have electric heating, and the power went out, and it was -30 with the wind chill, so we were fucking freezing our tits off. Like, it was awful. But yeah, up 3-0. If we win this game, we go to the Stanley Cup final. We're off to a fantastic start. I am very excited. Very excited. Hopefully we can, there's the shutout streak gone. Cam Atkinson. I love that they have Gritty in the game. But yeah, no, because I don't think Knight let in a goal since game 1. So that's the first goal he's let in like 3 games. That's okay. They still have to score 2 more if they want to tie the game up. So they got a ways to go to get to our level. This isn't even my final form. I don't think he's meant to sound like an old man when he says that, but I don't fucking know the reference. Oh, okay. There's a fight now because we wrecked a player. I can't even see who that is from here. Can you guys see that? It's an 8. Oh, it's Atkinson. Ooh, that's actually a big injury for them. Their only goal scorer of the game. Yeah, if I lost Atkinson and I was Philly, I'd be pissed too. So. I feel like the Philly moving out, like getting Ellis and getting Atkinson were really good moves. I don't know, man. Their contracts are pretty huge. I don't know how I would feel. Philly is another team I would love to do a franchise mode on because I'm really interested to see what their makeup looks like and like what I could do to improve on it. Because the whole reason why I chose Florida, right, was to get them over the hump. It wasn't that Florida was bad. Florida's fantastic. The thing with them was that they hadn't won a playoff series since '96. And with this year in the franchise mode, we finally passed that. The first 2 years, we didn't even get past the first fucking round. Now, if we win this game, we're going to the Stanley Cup Finals, so... Which will be kind of funny, because I'm pretty sure that's also what they did in '96, the last time they won a Stanley Cup round. I might be wrong on that, though. Maybe I'm thinking of '93 or something. Ooh, I thought they were going to get a rebound there for sure. Don Squee. How could you play with this, by the way? Like, could you really play in this? Does anyone actually play with this visual setting? I feel like this would fuck with my head. Okay, so... over half the game done, basically, and we're up 3-1. Well, that was a pretty shit shot, but I mean, hey, it's probably about the same that he had last time. And he scored, so... I am excited. I'm going to write down how we're doing as we do as well. Might as well at this point, right? So for my written down recap, we beat Montreal, who just got a new GM, in round 1 in 7 games. We beat Boston in round 2 in 4 games. And now we have to beat Philly in round 3 to go to the Stanley Cup Final. So we will see if we can actually get that done. I'm very excited. I mean, this lineup is pretty crazy. I think that... And I mean, I haven't made... If we're looking at our top 6, right? Forward-wise, I only got 2 players on here that are not originally on Florida without making changes. But those 2 forwards are pretty fucking insane in Anse Kopitar and Nate McKinnon. So, you know, I definitely feel like I've accomplished something with that. Kopitar's a rental, though. But, I mean, McKinnon's not. McKinnon I've signed to a 5-year deal, so... Sorry, 6-year deal. 6 years for McKinnon at $11.5 million. Ooh, nice shot, Tippett. Holy shit. This second line, man, has just been fucking deadly as hell. Tippett, Denisenko, and Kopitar. Denisenko's got 2 goals in this game. Just been dominant. But yeah, if we look at it, my top 6, I've only made... Oh my god, how did he miss that? How did that not go in? Holy shit. In terms of the top 6 forwards, only 2 are on moves that I've made. And then, I mean, you can kind of give me some credit, I guess. If you wanted to give me credit for re-signing Huberdeau, you could. Did I also have to re-sign? I think I also had to re-sign Barkov. Did I have to re-sign Barkov? I know I had to re-sign Huberdeau because that was like a big deal. Doesn't look like I had to re-sign Barkov. No, I had to re-sign Huberdeau. I had to sign Spencer Knight. I had to sign McKinnon, and Kopitar's a rental, so I didn't have to re-sign. I didn't have to sign him, and I'm not going to be re-signing him. But you know, some of the rest of them, like the defensemen, I Uyghur and Ekblad, I didn't change either. But I did get Letang and Bernard Docker, who are the second pairing. Those guys I got myself. How did I even get Bernard Docker? How many years do I have him at? Because I like that player a lot. Oh, I traded for him at the deadline. Oh, shit, Konechny. So, yeah, I don't even know if I have Bernard Docker long term, but I like him. Traded him for Forsling and a 4th. So that's technically a downgrade, unless Bernard Docker's a really good contract. Because Forsling was a free agent, and I remember that clearly. I had to get rid of Forsling. I had to get rid of Duclair. I had to get rid of Sigenthaler. Oh, big stops. Okay, Huberdeau, McKinnon. Oh, that would have been sick. Couturier. Ah! Oh my god, I'm actually super nervous now. Shit. I don't like it now that it's close. This is the first game that's been close for a little while. I'm not a fan. Nice play, Uyghur. What the hell are you doing there, buddy? You got the puck. You should move it. Ah! Jesus. Knight with the big saves, though. Keeping us alive. Keeping us alive. Shit. Okay. Okay. Duh. Letang with that elite backwards skating. Saved our lives there. They have Michael Del Cole. That's actually fascinating. Jimmy. Jesus. R.I.P. Jimmy Hayes. Kevin Hayes is on their 4th line. It's a $7 million player. Like, listen, man. I think Kevin Hayes is cool and all, but, like, $7 million. The second they signed it, I was like, that's an awful signing. I would maybe sign Kevin Hayes for 5, even at the time. Like 7 is a lot, man. But it's free agency. When are you ever going to see like reasonable contracts? Again, real life is not a video game where you can sign Nate McKinnon to 6 years at 11.5 and it's completely fine. Like Nate McKinnon on the open market in an open free agency is making above $13 to $14 million easily. The second he goes to open market, he has the most expensive contract in the world. There's no way around that. He has to make 13 to 14 million. Easy. He's a top 5 player in the NHL. Like he needs to be paid for that. Okay. All right. Come on, guys. Bury one. If we bury one, I can actually breathe and not have to worry about anything else except for the Stanley Cup final. Ah, shit. Bad giveaway, Barkov. Being too fancy with it. John Tortorella would tell you to stop doing that. Stop being talented and skilled. Stop being talented and skilled and good at everything. Come on, baby. Okay. Oh, Denisenko. Come on, buddy. Denisenko's been so good the whole fucking game. Oh my god, what a shot. Nice shot again. One minute left. Can we keep it alive, you guys? Can we keep it alive? What the hell's going on? Come on. Stanley Cup Finals. Come on. There it is. Denisenko with the Hattie. Stanley Cup Finals, baby. Hell yes. We have beat Philadelphia in round 3 once again in a clean sweep. 4 games. Easy as pie, dude. Hell yes. We are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Man, I am so proud of us. Even if we lose, man. Even if we lose, this has been such a massive year. Going from, not winning in the first 2 rounds to immediately winning 3 rounds in a row and going on a 9-game winning streak. We have won 2 series without a loss, and we won the Game 7 against Montreal in the first round. So we've won 9 games in a row. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're going to the Stanley Cup Finals. And it's Edmonton or St. Louis, too. I don't even know who they play, like what their lines look like or anything. So why don't we do that? Why don't we scout the team we have to play next? and then we'll play one game, and then that'll be it. Then we'll be done for this stream and Stanley Cup Finals next stream. Wow, you can see everyone. Cool. I forgot that you had this feature. Edmonton. Wow, Nuge's 90 overall. 90, 97, 88. Holy shit, dude. Warren Fogle, Connor McDavid, Kaylor Yamamoto, Puljujärvi, Morgan Geekie, Brendan Perlini, Tyler Benson, Ryan McLeod, Brett Leeson. Jesus. Didn't we have Brett Leeson? We had Brett Leeson. I must be thinking of someone else. I could have swore we had Brett Leeson in the AHL or something. Anyway, on defense, Alex Edler, Tyson Barrie, Matt Dumba, Philip Broberg, Dennis Dmitry Semeikov, and Evan Bouchard. And in net, Ben Bishop and Kemp Talbot? Huh. Okay, Darnell Nurse is hurt. They still have Cody Ceci, but he's terrible. And Zach Cassian. Wow. I don't know why I backed out of that. Wow. That is an interesting ass lineup. Let's look at St. Louis. Kyrou Hurdle, who I was looking to get for a rental, but I went with Kopitar instead because it was cheaper. Buchnevich, Thomas, Shen, Costin, Milano, Brown, Smith, Firk, Thornton, and Asplund. So Joe Thornton is still on a winning team. What the hell? Did we trade Joe Thornton? We either traded him or we just let him walk. I think we just let him walk. Well, he's got 77 games, so we let him walk, dude. And this is his deepest. He didn't make the playoffs with the Penguins for the last 2 years. Okay. But he got traded to St. Louis in the last year, and he's got 5 points in 16 games. Interesting. He's 44. We had Riley Smith, too, didn't we? We did. We had Riley Smith last year. Did we trade Riley Smith? We did. We traded him to Calgary. We traded Riley Smith at the deadline to Calgary. Did he just not play? He must not have played. Smith in a second to Calgary for Sean Monahan. And yeah, he signed a new contract right away. Shit, so 2 former players in their bottom 6. Not great. Puchanovich, rather. Is that really his name? Justin Falk, Colton Parayko, Marco Scandella, Sean Walker, and Noah Juleson. And then in net, Bennington and Kevin Lankinen. That's a really good pair, too. Matthias Lafreniere, Tarapokachev, or whatever, and Ryan O'Reilly. So, I mean, realistically, all things considered, I'd rather play St. Louis. Because, I mean, who would you rather face? Ryan O'Reilly with Hurdle, Shen, all these good players. Don't get me wrong, these are phenomenal players. Or the two-headed monster that is 97 overall, 98 overall. I don't know, you guys. I think I'd rather play St. Louis, dude. They're tied at 2. Edmonton's up. Shit. Edmonton won. All right, you guys. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We have never gotten this far before. Who knows if we ever will again. But we're going up against Draisaitl and McDavid. God, I'm so fucking nervous. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. All right, here we go. McKinnon. This is also McKinnon versus McDavid, by the way. The two-headed monster that is McKinnon and Barkov versus the two-headed monster that is Draisaitl and McDavid. That is a fucking playoff series I would pay per view for. Okay, here we go, baby. The only difference is that I'm smart enough to have Barkov and, well, smart enough is aggressive, but I have Barkov and McKinnon on the same line, whereas they haven't stacked up Draisaitl and McDavid. But at the same time, I also don't need to because I have Kopitar. And I don't think that your third centerman is that as good as Kopitar is. So, might be wrong on that. Well, they have Nugent Hopkins up on their left wing, and Nugent Hopkins is 90 overall, but so is Huberdeau. So, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay, thank God. Yeah, if I was them, I would have literally a line of Draisaitl. Oh, wow, Denisenko is our leading guy now. I would literally have the starting line of Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman. That would be me, though. See, the shutout streak is a lie. They just keep saying it, even though it's not true. Oh, big save, though. The simulation having McDavid on the second line is the funniest thing ever, though. Like, I don't give a shit how good Draisaitl is. Like, Connor McDavid is #1 player in the world. Denisenko again! This motherfucker does not stop! 10 goals. Ten goals, dude. I cannot believe him. Oh, big save by Knight. Big save by Knight. I'm going to try to stay quiet now that I think about it because I don't know if my roommate is in school. So I should probably stay quiet. I think the biggest edge that I have on this team, though, in all seriousness, is goaltending, for sure. Because, like, Ben Bishop's good, but he's only, I think, like 83 or something. Like, he's not that good. And I have Spencer Knight, one of the best goalies in the world. But I mean, 87 overall isn't that good right now. But, you know, Zach Hyman is their leading scorer as well with 11 goals. And Denisenko is tailing right behind him with 10 now. Big stop, big stop. Oh, God, I am so nervous. Okay, good takeaway, McKinnon. Barkov's going back down. Oh, my God. Big save. Okay, Crystal Tang. Oh, God. Is that Brendan Perlini? I feel like Perlini hasn't been in the league for a few years, but I might be wrong. Has Brendan Perlini played any games, you guys? That was another guy in the NHL game, so it was definitely worth a pickup a few games ago. Lucas Raymond. Oh, shit. Okay, Lucas Raymond again. Ah, shit. I want to see a bit more out of Raymond because he didn't do great in his first game back, so. Monahan. Literally, so far, the heroes of our playoff for this year have been Sean Monahan and Dmitry Denisenko. Those two, not who I expected. I expected McKinnon, Huberdeau, Barkov. No, Monahan and Denisenko. I have Monahan signed, right? I think I signed him like long term recently. Yeah, because I got him at like a stupid number. 2 years at 3.2. Yeah, so he's at least on our team next year as well at 3.2. What did I sign Denisenko for? Is he someone I have to re-sign? Because Denisenko re-signing genuinely concerns me because I know he's going to be a lot. I have him at 3 years, 3.5, and that's as of last season. So he'd be in year 2 of that, so he'll need to re-sign it. He'll need to re-sign an extension next year, but not yet. So both those players I have for at least another season, so that's good at least. Okay, good start to the fucking finals, eh, boys? 2-0. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. 8 shots are 8-11 too. It's competitive. It's not just one team is absolutely dominating or a snorefest or anything. Like, it's been good. Okay, here we go. Period numero 2. What? Oh, God, I thought he was going to get his own rebound there. That was so close. I definitely thought he was getting his own rebound. I swear to God, the elite players in this game are absolutely dumber than a bag of rocks. Like, Monahan and Denisenko, no, just shoot the damn thing. But, like, McKinnon and Barkov are like, I don't know what to do. There we go. McKinnon. Only 5 goals in the playoffs. Still good. But not as good as Denisenko with twice that. 10 for him. Okay, after this game, by the way, it's the end of the stream. And we will be back on Thursday for the rest of the Stanley Cup final. And then the next year's off season, which will be either very frustrating or incredibly rewarding, depending on how the Stanley Cup final goes. Big stop by night there. I can't believe Alex Edler is on their first pair. Like, this is the thing, right? It's like, on one hand, you have to deal with, like, their forwards are legitimately incredible. Like, they've got fucking Hyman is 88. McDavid is 98. Draisaitl is 97. Nugent Hopkins is 90. But, first off, my top line is objectively better. Well, kind of. 90, 90. No, 8's better. 90, 96, 91, I believe. Because Barkov is 91, Huberdeau is 90, and McKinnon is 96. My second line, I think they have me beat. Because my second line is 86, 87, 86. And theirs is like 85 or 83, 98, and then 85, I think. So I don't know, I think they win that. But the third line is also 84, and then I think it's like 84, 86, 86. So then I come back and I win. I have a more solid team, but they have more superstars. Well, they have 2 better superstars. Draisaitl and McDavid are both better than McKinnon if we're talking just overall. I don't believe that in real life, though. I think McKinnon is better than Draisaitl, but no one is better than Connor McDavid. For me, the top 5 would be McDavid, Matthews, McKinnon, then Draisaitl probably. Oh, shit. That's a good goal. Morgan Geeky. Same amount of goals as Nathan McKinnon, by the way. But yeah, that is my top 5. And I know that a lot of people are like, you're a Leafs fan, so Matthews is second. But like literally everything I've seen is that Matthews is an aggressively good two-way center, and no one is giving him credit for it. Because people are so goddamn Leafs hating that they just hate the concept of Matthews being a top 2 center. But he just is. He's the best pure goal scorer in the league that's not named Alex Ovechkin. And even then, Ovechkin is overtaking him this year. But last year, Matthews was better. But he's also way better defensively than McDavid even. But McDavid is just so goddamn dynamic that you have to give him number 1. There's no one that's closer. Matthews is objectively the best two-way player in the NHL. He just is. He is. His defense is really good, and he's the best goal scorer in the world. So, I don't think there's an argument against that. You look at analytics, and that is the consensus. And there are players that are legitimately like Bergeron is like the best defensive forward of our generation, according to some people I've seen analytically. But Matthews should legitimately be considered for things like the Selke, you know? Oof. 3-1. I feel pretty good going into the third period. We definitely got dominated in that second one, though. We really need to come back strong here if we're going to close this out. And for my sake, I hope we do. I want to end the stream on a good note, not a bad note. And a 10th straight win would be a pretty good note, in my opinion. I wonder what the difference is between just regular simulation and this shit. Because I feel like every time, like, I used to really struggle to win Stanley Cups. But I started doing this shit instead of just simulating, like, you know, the regular sim. And it's gone better for me. So I don't know. I wonder if there's any, like, actual, like, difference. Ooh. Hyman with his 12 for the playoffs. That was a really good rush by them, to be honest. Okay. That's okay. We're still up by 1. Still up by 1. Jesus Christ. That was McDavid, too. That's not just anybody. That's fucking Connor McDavid. Okay. Denisenko is the Connor McDavid of the Florida Panthers, though, so. Oh, Jesus. Oof. Man, just think about, like, what it was like. Like, what it... For anyone that was alive, I mean, there's probably no one that was alive watching right now, but, like... I wonder what it was like to have Gretzky come to town, you know? In, like, his prime. Like, you had to go in expecting to be, like... You would have to go into every game against Gretzky hoping you scored 4 goals. Right? Like, you had to. Because he was getting, like, 2 or 3 points a game. And if he's getting 2 or 3 points, that means there's 2 or 3 goals against you. Like, you had to just be like, all right, guys, basically we have to score 4 goals tonight. I mean, I don't care what we do defensively. We have to at least try to score 4 goals. And, like, that's just insane to me, to go in with that expectation of, I have to score 4 goals tonight, or I'm fucked. You know, that's crazy to me. crazy to me. But that was just how good fucking Gretzky was, man. And I mean, even now with McDavid and Draisaitl, it's not like that. It's more so like we need to score, at least 2 or 3, which I feel like you should try to do anyway. But you have to at least go in with the expectation that McDavid or Draisaitl is going to get at least 1 or 2 on you. And with Gretzky, you'd have to expect that he's going to get at least 3 points. Like at what point is a player so fucking good there's no point in defending them? And I mean defending against them, by the way. Like, why even bother with Gretzky? To be honest, like, why would your game plan against Gretzky ever be to shut down Gretzky? Wouldn't your plan against Gretzky be to send out your best players when he's off the ice and just try to run up the score while he's not on the ice? Like, that would be my thought. And then just send out your best defensive players to go against Gretzky to, like, make sure he doesn't do as much damage, but, like, leave all your offensive players off the ice. I'm not a fucking coach, but that's what I would do. Like, if I'm going up against Wayne Gretzky, why the hell would you put your best players against him? Like, fuck that. Put out some good defensive bums that'll just, make sure that no real offense happens at all. Just do your, basically what I'm saying is, why the fuck would you put out, like, your best offensive guys when you can put out just guys that will do decent defensively, and then put out the stars when Gretzky's off the ice so they can score 3 or 4 goals a night when he's off the ice? Maybe they have the same mentality though, right? Maybe Edmonton at the time was like, "No, fuck you. We're just gonna fill the rest of the lineup with grinders and make sure that you don't score." I guess. I don't know. I feel like coaching against Gretzky had to be like the toughest thing ever. If you were a coach and you went into a game against Edmonton in the 80s, were you just like, fuck it? Did you stroll into town going, all right, guys, let's just not embarrass ourselves, all right? Like, let's just not let him embarrass us. Yes, Kopitar. He has been such a good rental. 6 goals in the playoffs. What a good playoff rental. But you know what I mean? Like, at what point do you just say, fuck it, I'm going to lose this game? We're playing Wayne fucking Gretzky. He's going to score 6 points tonight. Like, just fuck it, give up. The playoffs must have been the worst part, though. There we go. We're going to end on a good note today, you guys. We're ending on a good note. We won Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against the Edmonton Oilers. We're on a 10-game winning streak. We have won every game since Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final against Game 7 of Round 1 against Montreal. So we won that game. We won 4 games in a row to beat the Bruins. We won 4 games in a row to beat Philly to get here. And now we have just won the first game of the Stanley Cup Final. We have won 10 straight. I don't even care that Zach Hyman scored because I love Zach Hyman. But it doesn't matter because it's 5-3. We're winning this game. And I'm so fucking happy, dude. We literally went from losing in 7 games back-to-back years against Boston in the first round to being in the Stanley Cup Final and being up a game. What a play that was. Jesus Christ, man. That was a really good play by McKinnon there. For a computer especially. That was really good. But I'm excited, man. We scored 6 goals against the Oilers in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Like, this is exactly the kind of performance you want to see. So, I'm excited for Thursday's stream. I will be back, boosted and bitchin'. So, I am super excited, and I can't wait to see how we do in the rest of the Stanley Cup Final. Will we end up this just being a streak because I was here and in this stream we just win every game, and then after this stream that the streak is over, the magic has died, and we will all of a sudden just like lose everyone, you know. I hope that's not the case, but it very well could be. But that is absolutely huge. So excited. So happy. And let's take a look and see how we're doing. This is also the most goals scored against Spencer Knight like since round 1, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Like Knight really held the fort. And the funny thing to me is, yes, the Oilers are in the final, but like they still don't have a fucking goaltender. Ben Bishop is not who I would want as my starting goalie going into the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals. Pretty sure he retired, didn't he? Might be wrong on that, but I'm like 90% sure Ben Bishop fucking retired. Which, good for him, man. I really like Ben Bishop. Okay, so let's take a look at our stats. Because we have won 10 games in a row. And we have our goals for is 3.25. Goals against is 1.88. Like that's nuts. How has Edmonton done? Oh, why is this Eastern Conference? I want the whole league. Yeah, so in terms of goals for, Edmonton does beat us. By like a fair amount, don't they? Yeah, 3.25 to 3.53. We definitely beat them in goals against, though, by almost a full goal. Our power play is way better. Our PK is way worse, weirdly enough. They have a not so great home record, but a good away record. We have the same away record, interestingly enough. But the home record is better for us, and we've also won the last 10 games that we've played, whereas they have definitely not done that. In terms of our players, Spencer Knight is a fucking star, 924. Oh, dude, Edmonton is right above me. This will be so much easier to look at the stats. 917 for Bishop. That's interesting. Tyson Berry's been great, 14 points. Dumba, Edler. They've been decent for us. Our defensemen don't get points. They just don't get points. Ekblad has 5 points now. I think he had like 0 points earlier in this stream, so he's getting a lot more now, which is good to see. On the forward side of things, I know they're going to have more because they score more goals, but I mean, Puljujärvi at only 8. That's not good for him, to be honest. Warren Fogle at 9. Connor McDavid only 15 points in 17 games. 18 points in 17 from Nuge. 19, including 13 goals. And 15 for Hyman, and then 22 and 17. Now, I talk shit on McDavid, but my stars aren't really doing a lot either. It's the depth that has really been impressive. So, Niederreiter, Hosang, Huberdeau, 6 points in 10 games, so he's been good. Hasn't scored more than 1 goal in 10 games, though. So, I mean, it's Huberdeau, though. Huberdeau's a passer. He's not a goal scorer. Peyton Krebs, Kopitar, 9 point. Like, this is the thing, right? My depth is doing really well. The only player that doesn't really have more than, again, like, sort of is the only guy that doesn't have more than a few points. And, like, that's fine, He's my 4th line center. Like, what the fuck would I expect? Lundell, 10 points. Tippett, 11. Barkov, 11. So that's the thing. Barkov with only 11 points. Not great. Monahan with 12. That's out of fucking nowhere. McKinnon, 13. Denisenko with 16 is my number 1. So that's pretty crazy, man. But anyway, that is basically the gist. Thursday, we will be back and we will be watching the rest of the Stanley Cup Finals to see if we can beat the Edmonton Oilers. I am super fucking excited. I hope you guys are too. And I will see you then, my friends. Thank you so much to Snore Dizzle today for the follow, and thank you, Fox, for the host. I will see you guys on Thursday, 9 a.m. To noon AST. So, see you then. Goodbye, everyone.